Today, my friends, we're in Fort Worth, Texas at what used to be Shannon Rose Hill Memorial Park, but looks like the name has been changed to Laurelland Rose Hill Memorial Park. Now, most people come here for one reason, and it's to search for the grave of Lee Harvey Oswald. However, that's not why we're here today. Now, it's no secret in this particular cemetery that the grave of Lee Harvey Oswald gets all the attention. But if you keep walking, there's a grave site next to it that doesn't quite seem to fit or belong. And it's a name that stands out for all the wrong reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, here lies the grave of Nick Beef. I mean, it looks like a grave, doesn't it? But something about it feels just a little different, if you know what I mean. Now, the truth about this grave is there's no big legend, there's no long story attached to it like you would expect. Actually, this grave right here is tied to a man by the name of Patric Abedin. He's a writer and a performance artist of some sort that used the name Nick Beef for his stage name. So what I found out about this guy, thanks to our friend the internet, Patrick grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, right around here, and vividly remembered seeing President John F. Kennedy the night before his assassination. Years later, he learned the plot directly next to Oswald's was unclaimed, and he purchased it. He then had the identical looking granite headstone, as you can see, placed here in the year 1997. And he used his stage name, aka Nick Beef, for the name on the headstone there. So he says he has no intention of being buried here himself. And yeah, I mean, if you look at both headstones, actually these are footstones. So Oswald, we're at his feet. If we compare, pretty darn identical, if I'd say so. So if we take a look in this shot, we could see a footstone, and then Lee Harvey Oswald's body is right buried here. But as for our friend Nick Beef, there's no body here, just a marker placed in a very specific spot. And you know, what makes it interesting is just where it is, right next to one of the most visited graves in America, believe it or not. Now, if you plan to come to this cemetery and try to search for the grave of Lee Harvey Oswald, and you don't have Google Maps, and you decide to go to the front desk, supposedly, I can't confirm because I've never done it, but supposedly if you ask, can you point me in the direction of Lee Harvey Oswald? They are instructed by the Oswald family to not give you directions on how to get here, because obvious reasons. But the hack is, if you ask, where is Nick Beef buried? And supposedly according to the internet, people have done this and it's worked. They'll tell you where Nick Beef is buried, and that's how you find the grave of Oswald. Now today in 2026, we don't need that. As long as you have Google Maps, you just put in grave of Lee Harvey Oswald and it'll take you right here. So, someone left a black rose. Obviously it's fake, but still fitting, huh? Something that's interesting about Lee Harvey Oswald's grave. Remember when I mentioned earlier, it's actually one of the most visited graves. I think that's true because I've been here 3 times. This is actually the first time where there's nobody else here. I actually have it to myself. The first time there was people here, I had to wait. The last time I was here, there was a couple from Florida that came to Dallas for like a golf tournament, I think, from what I remember, but they said we have to come see his gravesite. So interesting, huh? There's some people that come to this cemetery for history. Others come for answers. But what they usually find is something a lot quieter. Just space, just names, and stories that don't fully explain themselves. I hope you all found this video somewhat interesting, somewhat entertaining. Truth be told, I'm in this area today for something else, and I feel like filming. I have some time in the morning, I want to film, so I don't want to do Oswald's grave again because I've done it before, but I haven't told the story on Nick Beef. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. If you are interested in more Lee Harvey Oswald videos or JFK, make sure to check out my JFK Oswald playlist. I will link it here. And if you want to see more famous grave videos, it'll be over here. I thank you all so much. I want to thank my members. If you're interested in joining Beyond the Grave, my channel member, YouTube makes it very easy. Go on my channel, click join, and become a Beyond the Grave member, get behind the scenes stuff. So thank you all so much. I will catch you in the next one.